It's a nice Sunday morning, and I'm out for a cycling adventure on this beautiful summer Sunday morning. Hopefully there's not too much traffic. I'm going to do the Lake Tappan loop again. The first time I did it, I did not have all my gears working the way they should. And the second thing that I discovered is my left pedal was wobbly, and that had to be replaced. Cycle Sport took care of me. They warranted all their bicycles, and they said come in for a tune-up anytime you want. So, two things they adjusted, and here I am again. The other thing I didn't do on my first cycling adventure was document the mileage. So I'm curious to see how far I went the first time. And if you've seen my video of that cycling adventure, you will recall that I felt very nauseous 3/4 of the way. So hopefully I'm in better shape. And I feel very, very comfortable on my second trip around Tappan Lake Tappan. They just paved the road up ahead, so hopefully it'll be smoother. Should be. Oh, look at this. Nice and smooth. The forecast is sun, 83 degrees, low humidity. Love this road now. It's so smooth. Looks like there'd be a lot of cyclists out today. Morning. He's doing the incline. I love the patriotic sign on this one-way tunnel. It's in honor of those who assisted on 9/11. This is the Palisades Parkway heading down to New York City. We're about 16 miles north of New York City. This road was just repaved too. Not as smooth as the other one, but much better than it was. Grateful. To my left is the reservoir, Lake Tappan. To my right is a high-end golf club. Golf course club. This is the route I take to work, which is only 3 miles from home. Getting my circulation going here. Feeling my heart pumping. Making sure I breathe. Whew. So far, so good. This is a day camp. Very popular. A lot of people from New York City come up. The children's camp. Nice farm here. Ooh, yeah. Getting in sync. Heading into my first incline. Gonna make a left here. You can hear the locusts, crickets. We're heading into the later part of July, the summer of 2023. So that's when you hear it. Good morning. So far, so good. That felt good. Much better than the first time. Woohoo! With all my gears. Sunday mornings are nice, less traffic. heading towards the reservoir. Lake DeForest goes into Lake Tappan. This is Rockland County. I'll be heading into Bergen County, New Jersey. Rockland County, New York, into Bergen County, New Jersey. Beautiful. I was here yesterday with my new camera OM5 system. Originally it was Olympus, now it's the OM system. Took pictures of the stack in Rockland Psychiatric Center. I also took pictures of this beautiful home, historic, the Celia house. Gotta make sure I hydrate. Morning. Good morning. Come on. There's the golf course. Of course. Everybody's happy. People to the right of me, people to the left. Stuck in the middle of happiness. Here I am. The other thing I recognize or understand is I was also very intense on my first bicycling trip. I think that added to the fatigue. I'm feeling more relaxed but still alert because cycling is risky when you're riding alongside motor vehicles. And also you have to look ahead of you and make sure you don't have any rocks, glass, debris in front of you. There's the Lake Tappan. I'll be circling it this morning. Into the sun. I can feel the heat rising. Hopefully my mojo is rising too. Got to keep on riding. Veterans Park, beautiful park. Town of Orangetown has done a great job preserving open land and making it useful for recreation and social activities. Got a softball game, Sunday morning softball. Used to love to do that every Sunday morning, especially the double headers. Hung up the cleats. I would like to get out a little earlier in the morning because I could still enjoy the coolness and the sun being at a lower level. You almost could feel the heat coming off the pavement now. The other thing too is less traffic. But I was editing my video that I made yesterday in regards to my strength training, in which I do mention me implementing cycling into my lifestyle routine. It's an enjoyable sport, cycling. Helps me with my endurance while I enjoy my child enjoyment of biking. Now called cycling. It's also, of course, a part of my training for my upcoming hiking adventure with my sister in Glacier Park, Washington. And of course, my winter adventures of skiing. So basically I'm training for life. That's what it comes down to. At 65, and no matter what age you're at, it's good to incorporate fun activities like cycling, skiing, hiking, and whatever else you're into your life, and maintaining a healthy lifestyle. Not only do I like this choice of cycling, this cycling route is special to me, besides seeing the wonderful scenery along the way. This was my old town where I lived from 5th grade all the way through my graduation of high school in '77. So it's nice to reminisce, and it's nice to see that the town didn't change that much, considering it's been that many years. I'm in New Jersey. I'm from Jersey. You from Jersey? If not, it's the Garden State. We still have gardens here. And a beautiful coast. Coming up to the old Tappan golf course. Used to do some good sleigh riding here. Another thing I remember now is to hydrate. Things that have changed is these houses went from ranches to mansions. This one stayed pretty much the same. It was expanded just slightly. This was the first mansion development. Back in the 70s. Well, my purple bell bottom is rated high. Singing the Bell Bottom Blues by Eric Clapton. I love dating myself. I don't mean romantically. But I do that for a reason, just to indicate my age. And here we are in 2023. And Ronald Benagi, Stokes Farm, still in existence. Way to keep it going there, Ronnie. The Garden State. Oh, little metal. Light metal, not heavy metal. But I do like heavy metal too. Heading towards Bi-State, which is the central shopping district. There never was lights. No street lights back in the day. We have a few now. There's some deer. Hello, deer. And of course, there's always new development. And housing. I think this is a combination of commercial and residential. Used to be the coach house back in the day. Good to see that there's a restaurant still there. Down this road is my old high school. See if I can make it. Yes. This was the first bank I ever opened up an account. My mother took me there and said, it's time for a lesson in banking. The lesson didn't go too far, too quick. But I caught on after a while how important it is to save money. Especially now when I'm heading into retirement. And there's the fire department, keeping everyone safe. Paramedics, first responders. Helmets off to them. Very thankful for the vehicles that go around me wide. Sometimes they can't, because of oncoming traffic. I'd say 97% of the people are very respectful of bicyclists. There's always a few that should never upset you. The majority of the people are good. This is Charles DeWolf, my grammar school. Graduated in '73. Here's St. Pius. Used to be my parish when it was on the other side of town. They sold that property and cashed into a big development. But they even got more valuable property now by the reservoir. That's prime property. Ooh, a little moisture in the face. It always feels good. Making a right up here towards the reservoir. A lot of memories here. Right on red. Okay, Fred. Old friend of mine, Joe Pascadola, lived in that second brick house on my left. John Davies, father was mayor of Old Tappan, lived here. Nice families. Unfortunately, John and Joe had passed. And I believe they're buried in the cemetery up here on the right with a couple other good friends, David and Kevin. And I believe there are other souls which were laid to rest here. Shifting into the high gear now. Nice breeze here as I travel through a little forest area heading towards the reservoir. Nice and cool. I know when I get up ahead I should feel the heat of the summer sun. Summer fun. Ladies have a nice Sunday walk. Heading into the sun. Here's a Resi. Nice to see a lot of forest areas still preserved. So, if you recall, I started off on that side. So I'm more than halfway around now, heading back north. I'm heading into the town of Rivervale, which I mentioned my first trip around Tappan Lake, Lake Tappan. It was my original hometown, Rivervale, New Jersey. reminisce last time about my fishing excursions in grammar school. I like to incorporate that, reincorporate it into my life. Used to go fishing down here by the dam. Smallmouth, largemouth, bass, trout, pickerel, among other fish. Beautiful. Old Tappan Golf Course is directly on the other side, which we passed on the way around Lake Tappan. Time to hydrate. Woo! Feeling good. Thankful. I don't want to talk too early, but this emphasizes my point of being patient in your training. If you're just starting off with any activity, it's good to stay within yourself and avoid overdoing it. As I said in my video of strength training routine, which you might have seen prior to this video, you don't want to push the envelope too much and tear it and hurt yourself. Tomorrow's another day. You want to get back on your bike. You got nothing to prove to yourself or anyone else. I find when I'm documenting my adventures, I got to be aware that I'm not here to impress anyone, just to impress upon you the importance of movement, staying active. And I enjoy sharing these activities with you, and it's my intention just to perhaps inspire you to do activities that you may have done when you were younger and may have not had time to do because you were busy with your career, raising a family, or whatever. When you get to your 50s, if you haven't begun to have fun again, or continue to have fun, especially reincorporating activities that you enjoyed as a child, I would encourage you to do so. Now's the time. It's never too late. Tony Bennett, who just passed away, revised his whole career past 65. He was a very creative soul. He loved music and painting. He died 2 weeks short of his 88th birthday at 87. Unfortunately had Alzheimer's, which run in my family. And I'm doing everything I possibly can based on what I've read on research, how you can minimize the aging process of your brain. And a big part of it is exercise, movement, eating healthy, having a positive outlook on life, socialization, exercising, eating right, socializing, sleeping well. Relaxation is key, which I will do later on to replenish. And here we are, Rivervale Road, Rivervale Golf Course is to my right. Last time I went down my old neighborhood where my house was, but I'm going to take you to Orangeburg Road leading back to Rocky. This golf course sits on the border of the reservoir.
Morning.
Hey, good morning. That gentleman is a real cyclist. He's dressed, and look at him go. There's another man. Go for it, baby. I love to see it. So many people inspire me. Just seeing that fella pass me. Notice I'm not trying to catch up to him. Stay within yourself. I do that with hiking and skiing. So instead of heading up, not that I'm trying to avoid the incline, because it is a good incline. I think that's where I got nauseous. I'm going right here on Orangeburg Road. I used to actually run along this path. I did a loop years ago. The Ashleys, good family, we lived there. The Ippolitos owned all this property, and they sold probably after Pop Ippolito died. Probably a good investment. That was the original house, but it doesn't look exactly the same. And this is the stream that used to run through my neighborhood. I used to follow this down. Many good memories here. My puppy-loved girlfriend, my first one, lived up here. I gave her my brother's bracelet that he made in Boy Scouts. She gave it back on the advice of her mother. I don't blame her mother. We were young, and I'm glad I got my brother's bracelet back that he made. A really cool bracelet. I'm sure he wouldn't mind if he heard that I gave it to a girl. He'd probably say, good man, good boy, I should say. He was 5.5 years older than me. He taught me many ropes of life. Sometimes maybe a little too early. But he was excited to share adventures with me, and they were adventures. This is where I was nauseous last time, but I'm still talking to you today, or right now I should say. I just remind myself I'm hydrated. I decided not to have breakfast before I did this. I was thinking of other sports that are active. You don't want all the blood to go to your belly. But I will eat a couple eggs with vegetable, avocado, some cheese to replenish after this cycling adventure around Lake Tappan. Feeling good, man. Whew. Now I get to enjoy a hill going down, descending is enjoyable. Still hearing the crickets. I know they're called something different. I don't know if it's locust. But every year this season, you hear them chirping. Here I go. Woo! Nice breeze. Lake Tappan. North end. Back in Rockland. Orangetown, New York. Loving life. Another living sensation. Very positive. So enjoyable. More development. But they make it look nice. Heading back to the golf course of Orangetown, Blue Hill. This is Veterans Memorial Drive in honor of our veterans. God bless our veterans. And here we are. Beautiful. Yesterday and today, beautiful weather. I mentioned in my other videos that a lot of times I can't go cycling because of the Canadian fires up north. When the jet streams come down this way, it pulls all the unhealthy smoke from Canada into our area. So I choose not to go out on those days and breathe or filter that smoke in. So this year's been challenging. We had other years with beautiful weather. Our spring was very nice. So I can't complain. It makes you appreciate weekends like this. We've had a lot of rain, thunder and lightning. So I put cycling on hold during a lot of the inclement weather. So I had no excuse today. It's like anything in life, you have to plan. Put it on your calendar, lock it in. If for some reason something needs to take its place, that's life. We have no control over most things in our life. Once you learn how to accept and adapt, life becomes a lot more pleasant. I know a lot of you understand what I'm talking about. And if this way of living is new to you, I'm sure you have examples in your life where you feel you're in the zone, positive life zone. I call that living sensations. And our goal is to create positive living sensations. And how do you do that? Well, I think most of us know what is required to experience more positive living sensations and continue to do them as often as possible. So, my takeaway so far from this ride is a few things. Nice to have a vehicle like this with all the gears working correctly and things not distracting you like my left pedal did when it was wobbling. And most of all, the progression. I'm sticking with the exercise routine that builds endurance, allows your body to adapt to strenuous exercises and enjoy those exercises. Our motivation is to continue to do it. So, and not to psych yourself out like my brain is trying to do now. I'm going to go up this hill on the left. It's tight. I hope the cars pay attention, and I'm hoping that I can make this hill with not too much effort. There he goes. Nice ride. I used to have a Mustang. I'm standing up. Nothing to prove. Getting a good burn. Excuse me while I breathe. Alright, sat back down. Whew. Yeah. There you go. Whew. You know, when I stop yapping, I'm breathing heavy. Whew. Good, I'm regaining my composure. No overexposure. to thank you for joining me again. I hope you enjoy these cycling adventures. For those of you who used to ride a bike, I hope that you consider getting on your bike and ride again. Be safe, get a helmet, put lights on your bike, make sure the bike is tuned up, and obey all the safety. Safety's first. For those who do this as a sport and enjoy cycling or biking, I hope you enjoyed it too. Perhaps you want to come to Rockland County or Bergen County, or perhaps you live in this area. Try that route. So enjoyable, as you can see. A lot to see. Here we are. The connection here of Lake Tappan and Lake Forest is to our right. A lot of wildlife in here. I'll keep quiet so you can hear. Excuse me. Coming upon Palisades Parkway, north and south. Like the waves down on the beach. Coming into the home stretch. Just break my momentum. Yeah. One thing cyclists, all of us, even walking and jogging, other things that we do, got to be aware of electric cars and the quiet. Still got to watch for turtles. I'm one of them. It's a slow incline. Doesn't look like much, but I feel it. I enjoyed going in the other direction like these people. Enjoy. All right. As you can hear that I got quiet again. But a positive is it doesn't last for long. At least that incline. I can't imagine doing that for miles. Total respect for individuals who go cross country. Like my friend David from Vermont. Every year, every summer, he takes an adventure. He's in the 1 percentile. Like my friend Keith. He goes on these sport adventures. He goes down to Cape May, New Jersey. Man, I only went to Bergen County, Rockland County. He's going down a long stretch of the Garden State, all the way to the end. Cape May, I should say. It was Cape May, not Cape Cod. That's in Massachusetts. Now, I believe David does that. Well, if you're still with me, thank you so much for coming along on this cycling adventure around Lake Tappan. I hope you enjoyed it. And once again, I would like to ask if you would give me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it, because it helps me connect to like-minded people like you and me. Hopefully we could share our enthusiasm for living well beyond 50 incorporating all positive living sensations to help us enjoy our life. Hey, healthy lifestyle, training for life. Well, my GoPro died right at the end, almost like me. But I want to just thank you so much for joining me on this cycling adventure around Lake Tappan. That's my second adventure around Lake Tappan. And I want to thank you so much for joining me. Again, please give me a thumbs up. And if you enjoy my channel, please think of subscribing. I appreciate it. And wishing you all the very best. Living well beyond 50 with all the positive living sensations in life. Be in life. Enjoy it. Ciao.